going on? Be in paradise. One day close to our millions. Can you dig it? Birthday. My birthday. Alive. Happy to be alive. Happy to be alive. Hope everyone's doing good. A beautiful day in 2026. Another day sober from alcohol. Another day positively conflict resolving. Another day giving it up to God. Another night putting in the work. I already know. Keeping my fingers away from the dirt. Hope everyone's doing good, man. I'm feeling real good. Today is what? Tuesday? I think. So, yeah, Tuesday's the 5th. This is the second live 2026. I had some technical difficulties from one of the first couple runs, but that's all right, man. It's all trial and error. So, I'm gonna come in today, showcase a couple of sneakers, a couple of shrinky dinks, some of the stuff that I had done over the last little bit during the break, the winter break. So, if you guys are tuned for that. That would be super dope. And yeah, I'm gonna be rocking and rolling. I did my chores and everything, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, I'm gonna let people jump in, vibe with the music, turn on some of my lights, get the speaker spot ready, and I'll see y'all in a bit. Can everyone hear me? What's going on, peoples? Can everyone hear me? Last time we had some technical difficulties. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys are feeling good. Holler at yourselves. Holler at me. You guys are doing amazing. To all the homies, ladies out there doing well. It's a Tuesday. Know that through God's grace, you're alive. You're, maybe life may be tough, though, but don't give up on that shit. You got to make sure you keep on pushing through. You don't be if you're not uplifting yourself and pouring in every single ounce that you got into yourself, then shit, get greedy, motherfucker. All right, get greedy. So that's what I've been doing. I've been respectfully getting selfish towards my own needs and rediscovering who I am. I previously thought I was known for many things, but subsequently to putting in the spiritual work and investment into my own self and time and re-exploring what it's both to understand the child that I was, but also the aspiring parent that I hopefully one day will become. So, yeah, I've really had some insightful thoughts and conversations with some of the people that are near and dear to me, as I hope you guys can too. And just always remember, especially when life is tough, there are like people that genuinely care about you, even if you don't think so in that moment. Right? You just be surprised if you pick up the phone. People might not be answering, but that is not because they don't love you. It's just probably because they're genuinely busy. And I've had to learn that. I had to go through that. We all have our ups and downs. Things that life will throw at us inevitably. That's gonna really cause us to question not the people that may sometimes love, but sometimes our even our own self worth. And I know what that's all about. So this book that I have been reading, I am almost to completion of it. I will show you guys. I showed it on the last slide, but I'll show you guys. Actually, I don't even think I showed it on the last slide. I'm reading this, and this literally has been like changing my life. It is called Being Broken: Tales and Essays of Survival and Death from Narcissistic Parental Abuse. And not a word of a lie, this book that is written by Joffrey R. Jonas. It is like been honestly like instrumental, revolutionary, epiphany stacking, whatever you want to call it. All that in a bag of chips for me personally. if you're someone that's gone through traumas and or the traumas that you have gone through, you have not healed from, I would highly recommend this book. It literally is a steal. I don't see the price on it. I would say what the price is, but the price doesn't even matter. Like, if you want some revolutionary change and you think that there's something that's holding you back, I would recommend taking a look at this book because, yeah, I am. I want to say, let me see how far. I am on page 167 of uh, like 265, and I've been highlighting what's going on, Beckham Bath. Appreciate it, man. I suck. I can take it. Either way, I'm getting into comedy, so I can fuck with that. One thing you got to do in life is be able to take punches, and I'm one of the biggest fight night champs, man. So I suck, man. I can take it. I can dig it. Anyways, about this book. So I've been reading it, and a lot of the times when I'm reading, I'm on the bus, I'm on the train, I'm just in commute from like day to night, and yeah, I've been able to get through it for the most part because like I'm not the most avid reader. I don't read like big, huge like novelizations of stuff, but I do read the things that I enjoy. So like I enjoy movies, I enjoy video games, I enjoy sneakers. So like I read a lot of synopsises, I read a lot of technically inclined things or scientific things. It seems like even though I wasn't the best back in high school and shit, just because of some behavioral issues and like other life matters, I've really been able to like reinvigorate myself into both feeling like a student, but also making the time outside of like working two jobs, always doing other like hobbies and art stuff. So I would always say just keep applying your guys' self. Like, don't let people knock you down for like the things that you're into because over the course of this little live that we're gonna go through, which is the second of 2026, you guys are going to be getting to see a little bit more of like the new space that I'm in, which is like a little bit better recording studio, and it's just got a lot more uplifted, positive vibes. So I'm gonna shift over to where the sneakers are. And what's going on, Gabs? What's going on? I appreciate you, Beckham. See, it's like turn around, man. Yeah, it's like if I suck, man, and my attitude shifts, that's gonna be real sucky, right? So again, as I said, like I've now been able to like actually for 2026 I'm changing both my title and social media aim to not just being a photographer, storyteller, social entrepreneur in that sense, but like I want to actually genuinely get into acting because like I'm already doing a lot of this live streaming stuff and like it's very candid. Like I'm not scripting myself to communicate with you guys amongst all of the different hobbies and interests that I have. So why not let people laugh at me and make a profit of it? Or better yet, be able to tell stories that I genuinely believe are going to be meaningful to another audience and potentially save a life and or possibly save even my own just a little bit more, man. Because like I have made a lot of sin in this world, both from the past sins of my parents, but also inevitably the sins that I have started to encounter and adopt from my own bad decision making. So, got to be accountable. You got to stand on business. You got to put your big boy pants on, and that's what it's all about. So, as I said, being broken, tales of essays and tales of tales and essays of survival and death from narcissistic parental abuse. Check this shit out. It'll change your life. I don't have a PS5, Beckham, but I wish I did. It was something that, shit, I would love to get. I'm, again, a big gamer, but right now, the focus financially for me is literally with this new place that I'm in. I ideally want to be here for a year. And so I'm working two jobs and I'm working nonstop because, albeit I'm thankful for where I'm at, but like I have greater aspirations than just this place. And so this is merely just like a stepping stone to be able to get to where I want to go. And yeah, you guys are going to be able to see it. So over where the sneakies are and uh, sit with you guys sneaker wall over here, the Reebok. So I got that little self portrait that I drew. Yeah, that's me back in the ninth grade. Of course, no facial hair and stuff. So big Carmelo Anthony fan at the time and Trinidadian, of course. That's one of my nephews, and it's all about the money, man. So now I'm trying to make money the right way and definitely connecting both back with myself and the things that I love, and also finding new things is like paramount. So I'm getting older. I'm 34 years old. So I don't really feel to slow down. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that's like finding motivation to even tune in. I appreciate you guys. Uh, the two jobs that I have currently, again, they were, and I'm going to be very transparent and honest with everyone that's going to be viewing this because this is about sobriety and about saving lives too. So these were the two first jobs that I had gotten out of or into my sobriety, and like for the for the first and I would hope final time, I was able to really like grind out and make it, and I'm coming up this January 12th on 14 months sober from alcohol. And I'm like super proud about that because it's like been not just a monkey on my back, but like a monkey within my family. And I genuinely believe a lot of different subcultures and communities within the world. So like drunk driving, just under the influence, things of this nature that like are just like damaging lives and homes and families and like communities, like that's the name of the game that we got to help change. So in my own small way that I can, I'm trying to just kind of bring call to actions and like bring awareness to both my own experiences because that's predominantly what I have to go off of, but also hopefully what I see to aspire to achieve with other young like-minded individuals because it really is all about the next generation. And like now I'm noticing even though I feel young, I am older than the current and next of generations. So it's been really enlightening. It's been nice to give back, and despite like all the current hardships or maybe present, future, past hardships that I've been going through, I've been just still been able to keep uplifted and positive, and like I'm just so blessed about that. So I appreciate you guys just again tuning in, checking out all the questions. We'll go through as many as you guys want. Like I'm an open book. As long as they're just gonna keep the isms respected, that's what we gotta do. Like respect the isms. So people who are going to be disrespecting, just be prepared that, again, as a comedian, I both can take punches, but also I can give punches. And I don't mean that like no threat, but I mean like through a literal spiritual scrabble and dropping knowledge on college, just because you got to respect those pimpisms. All right, players. So, as I mentioned, let's go and actually put my little bench down and then like, I actually wanted to, actually, no, I'll just do it right here. So, I got, and I have finally been getting a good deal of classic nylons, and most of them are the ones that I showcased on my shorts. You guys have seen the really colorful ones, but I actually have been like trying to fill out the roster, so to speak, of like the different shoes. So let me go grab like I believe I'm up to 7 now. At least the ones that I new, so to speak, ready to use. Sometimes I get so indecisive, even though I have like say a black and white pair of shoes, I might already just go and get another model. Like, yeah, but classic nylon, Reebok classic. You guys have seen, I got like over 100 pairs of Reebok classics, specifically. Big brand founders, and I could like still do my own personal thing that don't work for them like specifically, but that thing can change at all. Like the relationships can always change, and it's gonna be super proper. Like this year, I got a lot of like goals and aspirations that I really want to like self actualize. So if you guys are excited about as I am, like just continue to like and subscribe and like just uplift each other, right? Like if you guys are looking for one of your hype mans, whether you guys live in Toronto or Canada or not, like you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe. You guys know I'll be hitting you guys up with that motivation because I need it for myself. So I'm just getting used to just being open and speaking positively so that, hopefully, again, it inspires or connects and engages just the next person who kind of needs it or who's going for a tough time. So, do you know the school name Walls A. Smith or Wales A. Smith? Doesn't necessarily ring a bell right now, but if you have like, I'd have to know where that is, like where within the world. It just doesn't ring a bell right now. So, yeah, like I'm not sure. I live in Toronto, Canada, so unless it's like in the GTA relatively or Canada along the northern hemisphere, I guess I may know it. But like in terms of schools, unless I went to it, that probably or played a sport against them, that probably may be the only way I'd know school. I went to school actually, high school. So elementary schools, I went to in Brampton, Ontario. I went to St. Anne's Catholic Elementary School. That was my first one that I went to. And then once my parents got divorced, and my dad and I, or my father and I, we moved like a lot throughout the years. And okay, it's in Tennessee. Nice, nice, nice. What's up? So shout that school out, man. Like shout your school out. One thing I keep on telling these youngsters is like, even though you may want to talk with in character, that's what we have to view this as. When people start to like adopt this level of like ignorance where they're dumbing their own educational intellect to be able to form sentences and like have a certain level of diction, that to me I find alarming for a multitude of reasons, not just because I don't like to dumb myself down. It's asking the question, what is the purpose of why we're dumbing ourselves down, and or if you want to call it, saying it in a different way that someone is able to process this information, because people aren't dumb, but people can a lot of times act real stupid. So it's really it's really a duality between the two. And again, I really want to try to uplift like the younger people. I have a lot of nieces and nephews of myself. I don't have any children yet, but I do aspire to one day, be a husband and a father. So if you guys are ever thinking that, like, just practice some phonics. Like, I'm sure you guys have friends that either have kids or you have kids yourselves, and if you're not already doing it, man, just practice some phonics or like some math games, like in between while you guys find yourselves with free time with life. Because I'm telling you, like kids just love structure, and even if you think they don't, like blaming them, saying they're just bad kids to be bad kids, no, do better. And if you can't do better, get help. And if you can't get help, like get God, man. That's like what you got to just leave it in God's hands. And like when I say leave it in God's hands, trust his plan, but you have to make actions. And even if you fail, just know that people are going to still love you. You are going to have forgiveness, and like you'll be able to get it back. Right. So that bounce back that I'm talking about, I'm finding within myself. So sneaker time, right? What are we talking about? So Reebok Classics, you already know. I did a bunch of them, as I mentioned, for the lives. Oh, sorry, the YouTube shorts, and also everything's on my Instagram too. So if you guys are not like subscribed or like following me on Instagram, check me out on Instagram because I do a lot of my photography there as well too. I can also just like show you guys a couple of photos that I do have printed like in my space now. So I'm trying to actually like surround myself with like my own artwork of different kinds, and like even so much as like having this on the fridge, like this was last year that I wrote all this stuff. Of course, I worked for Reebok. That's no joke. But I'll read it out to you guys and slide this down first. So literally got Dear Tristan right there. So we got Dear Tristan. Today is Monday, December 16th, 2024. And I'm proud to say that I am worth every bit of effort I will muster in this lifetime. Stay focused and motivated on growing every day. And never let fear stop you from the pursuit of excellence. Believe in every bit of what you got. Never accept failure, but use it as a means to retain a mental disposition and intestinal fortitude over the journeys and experiences you will encounter. Love yourself, by yourself. You can, yes, sir. So, yeah, man. And that's even like me just like, again, keeping sober and practicing my calligraphy, practicing my lining and my spacing. Like, I really do love art. So, like, I even like draw a lot of stuff like this in my own free time. And it's like just keeping your hands and your mind positively preoccupied. You know what I mean? So, like this, just like doing the glitter, like and putting it on and dusting it off. Like, I really love working with my hands. So, it's a very therapeutic process. And as I mentioned, if you guys are going through like some sobriety or even questioning it, or maybe you find me so funny and so stupid that I'm the person that you go and drink to. But it may be intrinsically and subliminally over the course of whatever time you continue to like and subscribe. Yo, maybe you might find some positive outlight, some positive light at the end of that tunnel, which is this video or the next video, so to speak. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Let me flip this back off, create the vibes back. Let's see. So, question for you guys is, you know, in terms of Reebok Classics, I see you said you play baseball, and I love that. I also play. Well, I I I originally was playing softball with my sister, and then I kind of gravitated to playing catch with my friends, my one little buddies and shit. But yeah, I got like a softball and like a glove right here, so I could throw down. I'm an athlete, right? So I'm not saying I'm the best athlete of every sport. I will never say that. I'm a very humble dude, but I feel like because of my athletic capabilities, through God's grace, I can at least hold my own. And what I don't know in certain sports, I'm educated enough where I could like get the information, train up a little bit, and like at least be fairly reasonable. Like predominantly, I play basketball, but yeah, like as you get older and as you get less time, I just more so just want to enjoy the hobbies that I do have that I can make time for. So like because I don't own a car yet, I literally got a one wheel. I upgraded that and pimped that stuff out, and like I'm getting more proficient as a one wheel rider because like I ride board sports, like paddleboarding, and I got into snowboarding and skiing, and just maneuvering in that type of flow state. Like I ain't no dancer, but like shit, I got thrown down like a motherfucker on one of those boards, man, and it feels pretty humbling to say because I still see not that many people of color, specifically black people, within Canada that's like, riding like me. And like I would like to consider my level of just wanting to keep it Taylor Gang and keep it true to me. So yeah, man. Obviously in Canada we got the Blue Jays. They came so close. So you can say these are the Blue Jays of the Blue Jay Slayers because they're looking Dodgers and Blue Jays colors. But yeah, classic nylons in that light blue is really nice. I'm contemplating switching the laces in these, maybe just a straight white, and or if I can like get uh some kind of like I don't know, dark, maybe not dark brown, but dark mustard or something. I think that would be some cool joints. But what color would you guys put in these if you guys had a pair of this light color? Because I also do have the navy, like the team navy colorway. So the flat box over here, and then we'll just keep one side out for each one. If that works. This one I have not shown you guys yet, even though you guys have seen the shoe most likely, because I had literally just ran into JD Sports and found a pair, and it was again this model of Reebok specifically, the classic nylon and the classic leather. I personally, because I've worked with them and like I've at times been very blessed and humbled to been able to like work with them and promote and like collaborate to where like I'm able to get the shoes, right? But I ain't paying no $150 plus tax on this deck of shit. Like, I need to be getting this shit at the very least to me, or at the very most, like 99, or with tax 120 or something like that. Because that's still asking a lot in this day and age, including COVID and like taxes over the years. Because it has been like over 10 years since I've worked for them, specifically, or worked with them. I always viewed it I was with them because like I had another full time job entirely, and I've known for well, I built up the acumen to like call myself some kind of a brand ambassador within Canada. Because before even the unadulterated name switch with all of my social medias, my literal social media name was Reebok Reppin with no G. So keep this shit pimping, respect the isms. If you don't like Reeboks, what do you like? Let me know in the comments. Like, let me know. So I have to go to my first baseball practice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good baseball practice, yo. Make sure to be safe. If the weather's good, if it's not good, have an umbrella because over here it's raining cats and dogs. But I'm thankful because it's at least not crazy snowing, and I just hope everyone's safe. So appreciate you tuning in, man. Hopefully you like and subscribe, yo. But yeah, just the original, just kind of like off white, white and off white classic nylon, super super comfortable. Like the model itself, I typically now I'm one wheeling. I'm one wheeling in almost every pair of shoes that's in my collection, so I have enough to go through, like over 100. But there's certain models that just, for me, allow my feet to lock in onto the board a little bit better. So these are one of them. Uh, the Club C and the Club C Revenges. I want to get some more Revengers because again, it's like the closest to like a van, but it's just got a little bit more bulkiness and the inner terry lining cloth insole. They're just a lot more comfortable. Like they don't feel like boxes when you wear them. So you guys also did see these ones, and you guys are super like, wow, these ones are cool. These forest green ones, and yeah, check the shorts that I've been putting up because I just have a lot of other shoes to like go through. And then typically now, because I'm actually planning to look to invest into a new camera and like probably an entirely new platform. So shout out and look out to that. I won't spoil or anything, but I will just say like, and a small spoiler, it's gonna still remain in the Canon world. Currently, I've been using for I want to say the last at least 3 years or 2 years, whatever it may be. A Canon 1DX, just the first original model as my digital full frame camera, and then additionally I have on the 35 millimeter side a Canon new F1 Olympic Gold Series. So yeah, like those are the two bodies that I'm working with. So I'll still keep the film camera, but I do inevitably want to probably like advance. I have been looking at the R5s, R5 Mark twos and threes. I've been looking at the R1s because they are very close to the 1DX model or the 1 series as Canon line calls them. So yeah, like I just love sports. Like I love things that are moving at a high rate of speed because it makes me feel like I have to work my ass off to capture it. And all of the things that are not moving that you pose, you should be able to do those things if you can be chasing the fastest stuff. Like think cars, people in motion, animals, nature, even like stars and the moon, like things that are either far away or that you have to shoot extremely fast and like in a controlled environment. I also do shoot predominantly handheld with everything that I do because I'm just always in motion myself, trying to get to certain vantage points and like I've over the years before I used to be very hesitant because like I used to be intimidated. Do do I watch RFL football games? NFL football games. So I don't really watch too much NFL football games, but what I do say is like I love watching like all of like the more early morning and like midday talk shows. Like I kind of skim through and capture pretty much a glimpse of all of those. So it's baseball, it's hockey, it's football, a little bit of football. I want to say football is the least because I know it sport wise the least. But it doesn't mean I don't watch it, and it doesn't mean I don't respect it. Like I got enough respect for athletes as a whole because again I'm an athlete, but I want to say on a recreational level because outside of like up to the few times that I played, not on the school team, but like literally in recreation when I had no classes at George Brown. I was just like a hooper on my high school team. I think I probably would have been able to pursue it a lot more if at the time, both coupled with my lack of like drive to be able to multitask, but also just not having a stable home and like a lot of support to be able to continue to motivate me when I did get lazy or I did fail. Because as I've learned, you really gotta instill that in children at the young age so that by the time they get into prepubescent and adolescence, it isn't something a thing where like every single life gut punch is literally like a life ending to them in I guess spiritual sake or like for the psychological sake. But yeah, I love the question. That's another thing too. Like I love conversation, and so my like photography is really not based off of what tools I have, but it's more about what can I learn about. Let's say for you, for instance, the people that are in front of me. Conversely, I might be learning something about myself in the same time. So I structure my questions not so much as like again jot notes. I take notes, but I really just make eye contact. I use my charisma, I use my humor, I even try to go off the things that they may not like because that is still something that I could probably learn about myself or in the other way conversely learn about them. So we're on sneakers, we're on fashion, we're on like kind of 2026 aspirations. Let me know yours in the comments too, right? Peace out, man. Appreciate you guys watching. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe and share with your friends too. But yeah, like let me know what you guys' aspirations are, because like I I just always from a very young age, I didn't know what type of star it was gonna be, but I used to get made fun of for like every single thing, for being black, for being too skinny, for being the only boy in a family of all girls, like everything. And like I had to learn very quick to like both laugh at myself, but also, yeah, as I said, take life's punches and like be able to find something beautiful out of it or make something beautiful out of it. And it's taken me, yeah, still 34 years to like get to even full stride in it. But I have the belief now and the reminder that like every single time I was down, like that I wanted to either give up or give in, it wasn't even my will that got me back up in the fight. It was that big man up there, and that big man's got a MFing plan. You know what I'm talking about. Put some respect on that shit. So water time, I see you guys are not drinking water. You're probably eating popcorn. You're probably rolling up. I can appreciate the vibes. You know what I mean? But drink some water, hydrate with me, stay live, stay well, right? Yes, sir. So as I mentioned, classic nylon. We're already up to three. Go for four. All right. Whoa. Damn, man. Love classic nylon. These are the fall joints. I think a lot of people did like these, and a lot of people do like these. Like with the area that I live in, Midtown Toronto, is like I do see a lot of eclectic people and a lot of eclectic swags. So I think it's pretty dope that both I'm comfortable within myself, my sexuality, my personage, whatever you want to call the shit. But I do see a lot of people based off of how they people in this community, albeit because I've not lived here per se, but I've been able to live in Toronto to know what. You know, it's been super cool. It's been, yeah, super grateful and super a blessing, I would say the least. But yeah, it took me a lot. It took me a lot of effort to get into this place. I was literally like, I was fucking hell, but got some loud joints right here. Either way, so what I'll just do, move my shade over there. Yeah, put a like if you can hear me. Appreciate it, first class. Yeah, good on sound. No, down. Can you hear me? Ah, that's what's up. So either way, yeah, my bad. Cause so prior to, I had my speaker when I first started live, and like I had that audio running separately, the music audio or like kind of lo-fi that I was bumping, and then I had my own headphones, which I presume was just with you guys. Appreciate it. That's one thing how we help each other, yo. Because as I mentioned, the last first lives or first attempts for my first live, there's just been a couple of hiccups, not from anyone else's like bad doing. It's just this new space that I'm in. I gotta like learn and master it again, just like every single place that I've been in my life. I am 34 and I've moved. Fuck. This is gonna be the 22nd time or 22nd place that I've moved to, and that's pretty crazy. It's almost like you move once a year. That's how like on and off. And I probably moved multiple times within a year, once or more, within these bunches. So I'm just so grateful I have a roof over my head. I think, for those who don't, as I said, you just got to pray for everyone's winning season, because just because someone like myself or you or yourself is in theirs doesn't mean that the people that are not don't deserve it. But they got to answer the question of if they deserve it or not. We don't get to, kick someone when they're down. You know what I mean? So, yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate everyone that's again tuning in, doing their thing. Shout everyone out. Shout yourself out. Again, it's like a really positive, like uplifted Tuesday. I'm in the zone, man. I got like class in an hour. I'm doing some courses and stuff just to try to better myself. And I think even as much as I said, like I work two jobs, I have insomnia issues, I have a lot of mental health issues and like a lot of PTSD from things that have gone on in my childhood that I'm now revealing over, or kind of like it's been revealing to myself through the spiritual awakening, but also like I'm having a lot of recurring and repressed memories come back to me. So I'm positively resolving them and processing them in a healthy way, instead of just once I come to these realizations, like not be forgiving or not be kind or like be self-harming, because that's like you're gonna damage and ruin all the work that you invested in yourself. And like I'm not trying to do that at any time. So, I'm using the communities that I have, I'm using the people that I know love me, and just keeping it real with God, man, keeping it real with myself, man.
So yeah, this is the last pair that I had, and it's already ready to go. I actually am waiting to like get some waterproofer just so I can like put these joints on because with the white lace swap, these joints are fresh. Like no word of a lie. No word of a lie spoilers. But if and when I was to get ready and married, I think this would probably be the shoe of choice for my groomsmen. Let me know what you guys think about an idea like that. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Always stay positive, yo. That's what's up, man. Yo, put a blessing up for yourself and put two up in the air, guy. Bum, bum, bum. Trust me, yo. I appreciate you, yo. It's like whoever's been over the course of like this live and then the last little bit of the hits up, if you were tuned in from before, I was just continuing to just pass on the self actualization of like my positivity that I know if I go that way and I just put all my efforts into that, naturally people are not only brought closer to me, but like those who may not even really like me, that positivity and genuine unconditional love for just myself and the world and other people, that might inspire them. That might inspire them to stop what they're doing after even watching this or get interrupted, pick up the fucking phone and call mom or call dad and shit. And that's super amazing, right? Like I've even recently been reconnecting with my parents and for the longest time, like even up to this recent part of my at least the last 10 years of my adult life, it's been less talking and less visits than it has been. But this is the first time I've also gotten to 14 months sober almost. And so I have the most stern and clear headed decision making abilities that I feel any of the men that in my family should have at that age. And with all my sisters, they're all older than me. And so as much as they have their hardships, like I gotta play spiritual and literal catch up with some of them because like they're like super great women. They're really hardworking. They're amazing mothers and yeah, they're just imperfectly perfect, I would say, to be very humble. And I'm even very blessed. Someone has come into my life that I didn't even know and fully expect how they would like just kind of reshape it. And it's something about whether or not you're heterosexual or whatever the hell you believe in. Like, it's really for me, what I'd say is that, what's going on? What's going on, Avinash? Appreciate you, man. Hi, bro. Back, yo. Appreciate you, love. But what I've been appreciating, yeah, like or subscribe, yo, for real, for real. I got that, yo. Know enough of my homies, man. Make sure to just pass it on to your homies, yo. Appreciate you. Shout out India, shout out Mumbai, yo. Big up, big up. That's what's up, yo. Tap that like screen. That's what's up. But yeah, man, someone came into my life through the good grace of God, and I'm with every mistake that I've fucking made from my sobriety and just from youth, because I still am young, but I'm just gonna truly learn from it and like put it to good use because this is like a very special person, not just simply to me, but like to a lot of people. And we're really connected both individually, but like I just know that there's both going to be a very large community that's presently in front of us this year, but also like the years beyond because of like our level of aspiration and our ability to execute on a high level and just motivate each other when we have self-doubt and disbelief. And you got to find that in any positive relationship that you find meaningful. That could be love, that could be light, that could be friendship, that could be platonic. But just if you genuinely care about people and sound business and they hurt you or you ever feel offended, just remember, like we're all made from just sin and like we're meant to not just ask for forgiveness from God, but like be able to then give it, right? So every time I think I'm asking for it, yo, I really just it inspires me to make sure that like I can make amends with people who are ready to make amends with me. And if they're not, that's totally cool. If they want to not make amends or make amends and move forward without me in their lives, that's totally fine. But I do know that there are those also who don't want to make amends and like they're literally like Sith wielding like dark believers, like believing that bad juju, So stay away from that bad juju. And if even if you try, just remember you're gonna spiritually armor yourself with like not just the armor that God's gonna plate you with, but like once you got all your elements balanced, you're gonna be like on some like Avatar One, Avatar Korra, like Avatar Aang type saving your spiritual soul. So don't let this material world like slights and dites beat you up. Because as I mentioned, like my last live, literally the first person that commented was like, "You suck ass." So I'm like, "Of course I do. Fucking right." Like I love me some big booty girl. Like my wife is, she got a voluptuous ass. So I ain't lying, but you gotta laugh at yourself and laugh at the world too, right? Like be comfortable with who you are. And if you're not, find people who are comfortable within themselves because they're gonna like motivate you. So do I still do cooking videos? I remember being on your live a couple months back. You were on the grill. Yeah, yeah. So I do cooking videos. As I mentioned, I'm in a new space entirely. So you will be excited to know that when I do start cooking and getting back into the swing of things, it'll definitely be something that is going to be coming back on the fray. It's just I have a very small space. So like I probably won't be doing as many cooking videos. It will probably be like more lives like this, where like if I'm long live streaming, I will probably get hungry and or I could either snack and like show you guys what I'm eating and or I probably can cook something because I'm a very proficient chef, as you guys know. Like and subscribe or hit that like button if you guys fuck with some of the food that I've been throwing down because like I'm like King Scooby Snacks, I'm King Munchy Crunch, and you guys already know, like if I'm in the kitchen, like shit, you guys don't even have to worry. You guys can like just salivate at the screen, motherfucker, because I'm like Emerald Live on a bitch, just like bam, right? So fuck it if you dig it. Fuck it if you don't. Don't really matter. Again, we were going through all the Reebok classes. I got literally like seven or eight. What? Not seven, but one, two, three, four, five. Five is good. Holy crap. So yeah, let's check them all out at once before I put them all back. And then, if anyone's got any questions about any other shoes, shit, just ask. I am both the Reebok man, but I am also just someone who is like I consider a plug, whether or not anyone else tells me that yet. They'll learn soon, you know. One thing I do believe is like, as much as the movie Infinity War was a movie, there are Infinity Stones in the world, and if we are Thanos, if we are Hulk, if we are Tony Stark, Iron Man, we do have the ability to acquire these stones and put it within a gauntlet. It's just about how balanced are you to actually be able to incite that level of spiritual and like trans-dimensional literal change, right? That's the type of spiritual shit and knowledge college I'm trying to be dropping. So if you believe in that, if you just even believe in like just uplifting yourself in whatever way that you can when you're down, man, shit, hit that like and subscribe button, man. And if not, share that shit so someone can get on my level and can help you get on that level, yo. You know what I mean? So yeah, all seven or what am I saying? Six, but I'll just back it up. So yeah, six, thugging it up, looking like a pimp. I would look probably crazy if I was outside doing this, but fuck it. I'm super happy because I'm super grateful. I worked super hard and like as I mentioned, like just before I moved in here, I moved in here in August of 2025, and like for almost 2 months, from like August 21st or something until a week before the 1st of October, I was fucking homeless and like I was on the street, man, but I still held my jobs down. I didn't create a further worse problem than what it was. And like homeless versus just not having a place to rest your head are two different things. Like when I was on the street out there, because I've been out there from like young kid shit, it was never a thing for me that like I knew it was never gonna be a forever thing. Like I'm not like it's not like you're searching for the people of the wilder, yo. So shout out Taika Waititi, yo. Big up, big up. But yeah, like I just knew if I kept my head down, especially because I'm a recovering addict and like I have an addictive personality, then make getting out of a situation your addiction, right? Make and like now I'm at a point where like this is also another big shout out to my big brother Gabe, fucking Ellis Perp, man, friggin' addiction. You gotta turn this pimp hat around because I said it last time. But this hat used to without knowing be triggering to me because I was like really fucking with his brand and like taking photography shit with him while I was in my addiction. But he still was my brother in arms and he still is like pretty much now is like not just a sober counsel to me, but like my actual brother. So my older brother, shit. And yeah, every time I think about it now, it's just the same that he used to tell me. Like he's like, yo, Tris, you're addicted to fucking Reeboks, yo. You're addicted to freaking You're addicted to the best reefer, yo. You're addicted to just like keeping it real, man. That's what addiction is, man. Like you just gotta get addicted to life, whatever it is that you're on, yo. Just stay addicted to that. And like he obviously meant something that's gonna be uplifting in nature, like not using and abusing drug that's going to take you down, or like as much as people don't think alcohol when they go out with a group of friends that they like, because alcohol itself on a scientific level is a downer. Even if you're happy, why drink a downer? Why literally drink something that is going to put you and your soul down? That don't make no sense. But that's what unknown and closet addictions that stem way before the actual act of drinking something or shooting up dope or coke or whatever the vice of choice is. These are all, as I mentioned, from that book that I'm learning. There's something called challenges and there's something called traumas. Every child goes through challenges that all of us do, but there's also traumas that we have that are healed, but the most important are the ones that are unhealed and unresolved. So you got to really think perspective, man. If children are doing that and they're negatively forming conflict resolutions within their own minds and body, whether it's self harm, shows up to like protect what? Our emotions, the emotions of like not being seen, not being heard, and like all of these other various types of things. So if you're like me, who definitely is someone who struggle with that kind of stuff, work on it, man. And don't wait for you yourself to lose your wife, your kids, be on a fucking street bus corner, be in a hotel. Cause you know what they say, man, any man that trades a house for a hotel, that ain't no boss, yo. Ain't no boss I ain't want to work with. Yeah, I'm trying to stay sober from smoking. Makes me feel slower. And that's what I mean. Like maybe the types of weeds that you have been smoking, and I'm proud of you for saying that, man. But also, I want you to know specifically because of my experiences, this is my experiences, but look at the sources that you're getting these things, the people in the hands that are touching them before it gets to you, and the types of strains. Like educate yourself on, like, I don't drink, but I have addictive personalities. So like for me, because I still on a spiritual level consume cannabis, and that's just me. I am not promoting anyone do that. Not even though it's legal in certain parts of the world. Like I would definitely say consult and be a legal age, but consult your parents and your family and a doctor before you even think like it's just cool what you see on TV or in a movie, because that's like how I negatively learned a lot of the traits that I started unknowingly adopting and acting in the world. And like, there's a reason why I have, without saying, like legal issues, so to speak, whatever. But like I'm worked through them and I'm working through them because I'm a smart cookie. And like as I mentioned, I've been down and out, fuck worse, and I probably will be a couple more times, but I have the optimistic hope that and the faith both in God and myself and the people around me that with each time that I fall, I'm gonna like not only get back up, but I'm gonna learn through that experience of how I fell and why I fell. And maybe it wasn't at the right time to like even ascend to the next level. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you actually do gotta fall before and stumble a bit before, you actually like find worth and find meaning. So yeah, man. If you're ever down and out, oh shit, my bad, just sneakers. But if you're ever down and out, check out some like Legend of Korra. I'd say check out uh some King Lowe's, shout out Lowe's, definitely some Wiz and Taylor Gang. Check out some Burner, check out some J Worthy, some London Drugs. These are all dudes I'm not even shitting. Like I have them on high repeat, like 21 again, like shout him out, 4L. But anyone that like gets you in a mood to dance, gets you in a mood to feel an emotion that's outside of a consumable vice. Because like music is a vice, you know what I mean? Like in and of itself, chocolate is a vice. Everything can be a vice in some form of way. It's just about how we're using or abusing it, right? So think about that. Think about that, man. Yeah. I'm gonna try to put this stuff away, and then I'm also gonna try to reconnect my headphones again, and sorry, put my headphones away and then reconnect the speaker. But maybe it's because it died out or something. I'm not sure. So let's actually let me yeah try the speaker one more time. Grab this here. Ah, freaking power buttons are right on this side, yo. Like what a guy. Didn't even realize. Okay, so switch this up. Hold up. Because I forgot. You guys might not be able to hear the RTO. And yes, gotta send a message. I'm good. Wifey is on her way home. That is what's up. She gonna be happy. That's a clean house. That's what I do, man. I clean, I cook, I do it all. Not because like I have to, but because those are genuine things that I'm pretty sure were a byproduct of being an only child, sorry, an only boy in a family with all girls. I'm pretty sure that that's why. Like, I'm the youngest too, so I'm grateful and I'm learning every day of making sense of my struggles, making sense of my suffering, so to speak, and just really, man, just trying to connect with that fucking spirit, man, and even just traversing the freaking spirit wilds and like learning about both the flora and the fauna and like the world itself around us. Like that's been again a really like revolutionary like experience that for anyone who has like a fourth or fifth degree level intellect and processing power in their brains, shit. Yeah, holler at me, man. Holler at me. You know. It's all gang gang. And it's all love. All love. All right, cool. So got all these boxes, put them away, and let's try this new thing. Hold on. Okay, so music thing. Oh, it is connected. So connect that. It's a beautiful thing. Didn't even know it could connect multiple things. Russian food, like damn it, talking sober, talking positive affirmation. Around you guys feel take off for the fun. You don't know. Listen, kind of going. Man,
reenacting at different points of their movies, other movies like within Hollywood. And it's not great actors themselves, but like the portrayal of their characters, the comedic timing, the being able to improv off of just another person and like just that alone created that and the setting. I like love that. One of the things that I look back on, what I wish I did more is like, or just food in general. I wish that I did more, um, yeah, like drama and theater type things. I think I would. Hello? Let me know if you guys can hear me now. It almost seems like you guys can hear me now. I'm not sure. Either way, it's all good. But yeah, these are kind of like key lights to have. They really just first enough light. That kind of looks semi cool. I got an index flicker. That'd be cool enough for me. So I fuck with it. Definitely, we ain't setting up no seance bullshit. So fuck all that juju. Even though there's bad or dark or whatever you want to view it as in the world, we can't pretend like it doesn't exist. I just have to channel all of my energy into fighting those forces. That's all. But yeah, man, there's a lot of people who, because they're not aware and or spiritually, they're trying to play pull wool over people's eyes. They may make people believe that they are of the same. They're one with the force, but there's a lot of Sith wielders, yo, and I know this because yo, I once was a Sith. I was once a belief of the Sith. Metaphorically speaking. But all jokes aside, again, through God's grace, I'm alive. I'm like reconnecting with my family the way that I probably should have many years ago at this point of my life. And you know what I mean? You just gotta be thankful. You gotta be thankful and you gotta set the example. You can't play victim no more, or at least I just got extremely tired of, playing victim. Wasn't helping nobody. So yeah, man. I think that's pretty much gonna be it for me. I got family coming in a bit, but I will probably go on live maybe a little bit later, and
hope there will be some more people checking in. So without further ado, again, I apologize for some of the recurring audio issues. I'm definitely looking to actually get like a separate like row like mic setup so that I'm gonna probably podcast out of my space now that you guys see. So look forward to that and look forward to, as I mentioned, all the stuff that I was talking about through this podcast. If you guys like that, definitely hit that like button and subscribe. And I appreciate it if you guys even just share with another friend, yo. Even just word of mouth, yo. I don't even care if you press the buttons, but tell your homies or tell your friends or tell your mama, yo, this dude on the line, he was all right today, yo. He kept it real. He respected the isms, and that's what you got to do. You gotta make your isms, and you gotta respect them so that other people can respect them too. You know what I mean? And I'm all here for a positive wellness. It's, I think, the fifth or the sixth. I'm kind of losing count. It don't matter, but I just know I'm gonna definitely be doing a live or some point of the day or wherever I am on the 12th because that's 14 months sober from alcohol. And it's like you give yourself, when you choose sobriety, from whatever it is that is holding you back, every single month, every single day, every single time that you get to the next day, you're able to literally give yourself like a small reward of gratitude. It don't got to be no celebration because that's how you fall back in the trap, but you can give yourself gratitude. And that's what I'm really learning. So I hope that you guys on a Tuesday can have this gratitude, can feel love, can share my love for yourself, for me, for your family, for my family. My mom's going through a little bit of a struggle right now on an injury level, so please send your prayers for her. But also just pray for everyone, like everyone that you're upset with or holding a grudge, man. Don't wait until one of you guys hits the fucking 6 feet under to try to make amends in the afterlife because that shit don't fly, man. And like the Grim Reaper, he ain't nice. So, you know, choose love and fight with love instead of fight. All right, man. That's Tristan Kennedy. That's your boy. I appreciate you guys so much. It's all one love. And again, I might be back later on. All right. Peace.